the moment that the leg goes up, it's always towards the knee that is down. It's inevitable. You're not going to stay with your weight in the middle, leaning over the other leg. You push her up. My weight is on top of the leg is the knees on the floor. It's inevitable. Now you scissor sweep. Because either you go for scissor sweep or you just hook the leg. Throw the hook on top of his knee and sweep. So. As you should always, when in the close guard, I need to have a grip on the person. With the knee on the arm in my chest, 99.9% of the times you should have this grip. You should have. Because you need to be ready to attack your opponent. You cannot just, I'm going to go for the neck and you let go, I'm going to go for the arm and you let go. No, see, you need to set up your attacks. Now I have a whole bunch of variation of attack just with those two grips. I can go for the choke, I go for the arm, sometimes I can push on the side, maybe go for the Kimura. There's like 10 attacks just by those grips. If I have none, I have nothing. So you should always, 99.9% of the time, you should fight with this grip. Because now it just gives you a lot of options. So, he needs to open your guard. That leg goes up. So open, now is the time. Now he's gone. When I get to this position, he's gone. Now is the time to sweep. Or you rotate the leg, I'm pulling my ankle. And then I'm hooking the leg. Same thing, it's exactly the same movement. I lift the leg up. Then he's gone. And then I can now push the leg if his balance is, is too centralized, if it's too hard. Let's say he's a big guy. Then you can kick his bottom leg. But you have to initiate the sweep after the leg goes up, not before. With both knees on the floor, forget about it. So now, I'm going to show a sweep from the close guard. It's a very tricky sweep, but it works like a charm because no one really expects. And you just have to grab it so when the person's on top of you, usually you grab the arm that is in front. And when you grab his opposite leg, it's important that you grab below the knee. So try to go as slow as you can on that grip. Because when you pull, it's important that his leg kind of go out. It's a slightly different way to sweep. The person is not that traditional one that you go with the arm inside, roll the person over. You grab from the outside. But it's really useful and it doesn't sacrifice your position. Because if it doesn't work, nothing happens. You're not going to expose yourself to open the guard. Most of the attacks in the close guard, when you try to, especially sweep, if you're trying to sweep someone, if the sweep doesn't work, the end result is the open guard because usually you sacrifice you have to open your guard to create leverage to sweep, and if it doesn't work, it's difficult to close the guard again. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. So most of the times, when you fail to sweep someone in the close guard, you see yourself in the open guard. But this one you don't. It's very useful, very strong, and doesn't happen. You're still in the close guard. So, usually, the arm has to stay there because I'm closer to the pulling the person. So I'm hold. So now I'm going to reach on it. Remember, I'm going to pass his knee. So I'm grabbing his leg, I slow into his leg. I'm grabbing the gi. I'm as close to the foot as I can. Because now look, I'm going to push with the legs. My leg goes down. This one goes kind of up and I'm pushing his armpit. So it's the leg that gets him off balance because I need to get his weight off that leg. So I'm going to do that with my leg. See, now the leg is light and I'm going to pull it to me. See, that happens with the leg because it was very light and now you just throw him up. It's very important that the movement of your legs get his weight off his leg, the one that I'm holding. If I cannot get his weight off, the leg will never come off the floor. Because once he's off balance, I can pull the leg. See the angle that comes out, so I'm grabbing on the outside. He's almost kind of pulling his foot out, and then he goes very easy. The moment that his weight goes off the leg, the rest goes with no effort. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you one of my signature moves. I call it signature because it's one of the moves that I've been doing for many years. And you know, whoever, some of you guys who've been watching me competing over the years, you'll see that's one of the moves that I use many times in my fights. It's when I'm able to keep my guard closed when the person has the knee between my legs. So there's different ways to get to that position. From close guard, people that opens the guard, pulling the knee between your legs, you know, I help them, I give them space to fit the leg in because that's the position that, you know, I'm very strong at it, that I use it to sweep people a lot. Or, you know, a lot of the times in the middle of the fight when you want to close the guard in someone, no one really wants to be inside the close guard. So they keep the leg between in the middle to avoid the close guard. But I'm still able to close my guard into there. The fact that I have long legs, it does help. Unless you have